Yo, what's going on guys? SpaceKong here. So, in this video I'm going to be showing you the best grinding spot in the whole of the Elder Scrolls Online so far as this video is to date anyway. You know, there might be some better locations later on, but as far as it goes at the moment, this is the best grinding location. And, basically I've had some help with Fruitality as well. We've both been going to a load of different grind locations, all the known ones and all the unknown ones as well. We've basically done all the math and worked out that this place is actually the best to go. So essentially there's two ways of doing this. You can do it on your own, in which case, well, for most people, they won't be able to do the whole thing on their own and clear it. So what you do is you go through the first two pulls on either the left or right side, and then vice versa, and then you leave the dungeon and reset. And I'll show you the first two pulls when I do the whole run. But anyway, here we are, Skyreach Catacombs in Craglorn. So it's pretty easy to find, pretty easy to go to. You can go to this way shrine up here, which is the Skyreach way shrine. Obviously, to go to the Skyreach Catacombs, it would make sense really. But anyway, let's get on to the grind itself. So this one I'm going to show you now is for two people. I'll explain where you would stop with if you're doing it on your own. But it's not too difficult, and it's really quick and gives you a ton of experience. And to make it go even faster, have designated mobs that you and your partner pull. So, I don't know, one goes for the left mobs, one goes for the right mobs. So you grab all ones from the first room, and ones from the second room. Make sure you stay ahead of them, because when they hit you slow down, and when you slow down, then that's when you tend to go down. So make sure you've got some speed going on. And also there's fires in the corner, make sure you go up to the fires and activate them as well, because mobs will spawn out of that. And then destroy. Try to keep your healing up and try not to die, and roll out of these circles, because they will do damage to you. Which of course I'm sure you already know that red circles on the floor are very bad. Another thing about the catacombs you may have noticed is the ultimate generation. So if you've got your Fighter's Guild abilities up and you have the right passive, then you basically gain ultimate per Daedra or undead or anything that you kill. So yeah, that's also awesome. So for the sake of speed, ignore those ghosts and go into sneak mode. And what you do with two people is one person goes up to the chest and activates it. And then once that chest is activated, you pull in each of the mobs from either side. So I pull this one, and then my partner chooses the other one. And then we bring them over here, because by the time you've activated the chest, all the mobs from the chest would have spawned. And then, again, destroy. And the reason why we do it this way is we have one person sneak first to activate the chest, and then you pull the two mobs from either side of the room. It's purely just for, obviously it's going to do a load of damage with your AoEs anyway, it's not going to make much of a difference. But it's for speed. It just gets it done a lot quicker and a lot smoother as well. And doing it this way, you're going to get the most experience. So you get about just over 100k experience, and that's without training armor or Sigic Ambrosias. See, just look at all that experience I'm racking up just from this mob alone. And if you were to do a random dungeon and get your 100k experience, that's without enlightenment, you go through all that and you only get 100k. Whereas you go through this run, which, I don't know, takes about 8 minutes roughly, maybe 10 minutes, and yeah, each mob gives you loads, so you get around 80k to over 100k per mob. and also you get a chest at the end, which gives you like an item of, you know, some of them could be worth something, some might not be worth anything. I think in one of my runs earlier, I got some sharpened daggers. I think it was of the wind. I'm not sure, or fire. I can't remember. But yeah, you like on top of that, yeah, you do get some very nice gear. So then you run on, grab all these mobs here, which have already been grabbed because my partner's a bit impatient. But yeah, so you this is basically a mirror of earlier. So when you came to the dungeon earlier, you see that there's two ways to go, left and right. Basically, this whole dungeon is a circle. It's like a mirror image. So yeah, it's basically exactly the same as the first way we went. So you go around, grab all the mobs, bring them back up here, and when you go down those stairs, make sure you go down one side of the stairs to grab the mobs, and then go up the other side of the stairs on the way back, just so you don't get caught by the mobs that are already following you. But if you really want to grind out even more experience than this, then make sure you have full training armor, purple. I mean, you could do it gold, but it'll cost way too much. So yeah, purple's fine. And make sure you're in a party with someone, which gives you an extra 10% experience. Make sure you're married to him, which gives you an extra 10% experience. ESO Plus also gives you another 10% experience. And the fact that it's a dungeon gives you another 5% experience. And you can go even further and have an experience scroll. Or you can go for a Sigil Ambrosia. It doesn't really matter because the Ambrosias and the scrolls don't stack. And if it's an event, you'll get even more experience. So, you know, like before we had the Witches Festival, we had the Witches Brew, and you had an extra 100 experience on top of that. So it's 100%, I mean, not just 100 experience. It was 100% experience. But yeah, you know what I mean anyway. But after you've done that last mob, then break the group and leave the dungeon. And then wait for your partner to come out of the dungeon, reform the group, and then go back in. Or if you want to make it even speedier, you could break the group in the dungeon, reform the group in the dungeon, and then just leave and then go in at the same time. It doesn't really matter, it saves you a matter of seconds, but I guess, you know, over time, if you're going to be doing this for days, then those seconds count. But essentially, if you're doing it solo, then you're going to do all those mobs on the right hand side and the left hand side, all except for the room with the chest, which obviously is the boss battle. Well, not boss battle, but it's a bit more of a challenge because you have more mobs to take down, and if you're not high enough level, then you won't be able to do that. But if you want, I will show you a video on that later on. Just let me know in the comment section below if you want to see a solo version of it. But anyway, that's all for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and found it useful. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, guys, have yourselves a great day. Peace! Subliminal messaging, subscribe.